All right, the Star Wars tier list.
It's time we settle this once and
I'm
for
ready
all.
for the controversy.
What is the definitive ranking of the Star Wars movies?
Hey, where are all of the other movies and TV shows?
Yeah, we're the TV
We're-
shows. Clone
We are
Wars
only
is gonna
ranking
be
the
S tier.
Skywalker Saga movies, episodes 1 through 9.
Okay,
Yeah, we
that's
can rank
fine.
the TV shows and other movies next time.
Okay, boys, let's do this. My wife said if I'm off the computer in 20 minutes, then I can have some ice cream.
Hey, let's
Your
go.
wife decides if you can have ice cream. Cut.
All right,
how
boys,
is
let's
that
not
a-
start bickering
Oh my
just yet. We
God.
have to get down to business.
Oh boy, I love Star Wars. This is going to be great.
All
These
right,
are all in order. This should be
episode
pretty easy.
1. Episode 1, A Phantom Menace. Let's go ahead and throw that bad boy into B tier. And the reason why it's not A tier is because I'm not gonna lie, young Anakin, his acting is not that good. It's not as terrible as people say it is. It's just not. But overall, the choreography with Darth Maul is really good. Story overall, it's it's fine. It sets up that the Sith is back, and that's pretty much all you really need to know. I think it would be better if they didn't kill off Darth Maul, which is obviously what they didn't hold on to since he honestly came back. So, but to have that cut him down after Qui-Gon dies, the way Obi-Wan wins is bullshit, but it's good that he gets that release. But I think it would be better if after he kills Qui-Gon, he escapes. But whatever. I'm gonna give it a B tier. I think it could be better.
First things first, The Phantom Menace.
This is an easy S tier. My favorite
Damn.
movie. This is
What?
a certified hood classic.
What the hell, Donald? You can't be serious. This movie is so dang garbage.
This ain't garbage. It ain't garbage, bro.
Even get me started on Jar Jar.
Oh my God, Jar Jar. Who gives a fuck?
He's right, Donald. This movie is pretty bad, no cap. And I don't think you know what certified hood classic even means.
That is so bullcrap, you guys. What about Darth Maul and that pod race?
There you go, Darth Maul.
Yeah, Darth
baby.
Maul was pretty baller, not going to lie, but you have to
Facts.
get through the whole movie for the epic fight scene. It just isn't worth it.
Now that I think about it, we were introduced to little Anakin in this movie, and he was pretty cute as a little boy.
I think Anakin, besides the acting being bad, it's really good to show how he turns into Darth Vader. You see that he really enjoys being with his mother. You can see that his love for Padme literally starts as a little about it. But let's not think about it, and let's just go ahead and say that it's a decent start. If I can argue B tier, but I can definitely see why people will put it in C tier. If you're putting it in D and F, I think you just overhate Jar Jar and underappreciate everything. Like not even just Darth Maul, but the battle on what is that planet? I don't remember, but that battle, it was a good war. It was interesting seeing the technology of the droids versus more primitive tech.
So C tier at least, right?
Yeah,
What the
C
hell do you
tier is
mean
fine.
by that?
No, he wasn't cute. The fuck, Joe. I'm putting this
Oh,
in D
yeah,
tier.
cute?
Screw you guys.
Well, I mean, he was that's cute. I don't.
Fuck
D
you,
tier?
Obama. Your mom is a hoe.
Damn.
Okay, Attack of the
All right, D tier. Jesus, I think that's too low. That's my opinion. I started with the prequel, so maybe I'm a bit biased. Attack of the Clones. Attack of the Clones. Attack of the Clones. Of course, we get the iconic scene of Obi-Wan finding Jango Fett's armor and putting two and two together, putting the tracker device on. Then we have the Coliseum event. This one dude cut off Jango's head. Boba starts his arc of getting revenge, which continues on in the Clone Wars. Clone Wars Saga TV show. Attack of the Clones. Attack of the Clones is definitely a good. I'm gonna give Attack of the Clones. I'll give that one a B tier. Count Dooku versus Anakin and Obi-Wan. You can see how Anakin is just rash, incompetent, and that leads to his downfall. Get to see Yoda show up and Yoda shit. But yeah, I think B
Clones. This movie wasn't the greatest either.
B tier or C tier.
I'm thinking C
I'm thinking high C tier or a low B.
tier.
C or B maybe.
Yeah.
The writing in this movie pretty cringe on God. The Dooku fight is
Okay.
pretty sweet, I guess.
Yeah, the Dooku.
Yeah, I
the Dooku-
agree. C tier. This movie wasn't as bad as some people say, but I didn't think it was very good either.
Yeah.
Master Yoda went off on Dooku at the end. We'll
Facts.
leave this one at C tier, boys.
That's fine.
Okay, here it is, guys.
Revenge of the Sith. I'm not gonna lie, I absolutely love this movie, but I can admit that there are flaws with it. So I'm not gonna give it an S. Even though I enjoy it, I'm not gonna give it an S. The combat doesn't make sense for realistic fighting, but we're not here for that. We're here to be entertained. And was I entertained during Anakin's switch to the dark side? Absolutely. I was a little boy, I was in my bed watching this on TV, and I was like, oh my god, what are you doing? Why are you killing Padme? No, you love her. And then like oh my god, I hate you. Like burning, literally burning in lava. Like, and then we get Darth Vader, no. And then, Obi-Wan, like Order 66 happens, and Order 66 is crazy. I saw a video about this. Order 66 has gotten better with time, right? Because when Order 66 originally happens, we don't know about Ayla Secura. We don't know about these other Jedi. We just know Jedi are dying, and we see Yoda's like, oh my God, what's going on? But we don't really know them. Flash forward years later, due to the Clone Wars series and all this, we know these characters more, and it's more impactful. So I feel like that's legendary on its own, right? It's gotten better with time. No, not a lot of movies can say that they get better with time. So I'm gonna have to put Revenge of the Sith in A tier. I can definitely see why some people would say it's not that good and give it a B tier. But when you really think about it, like all the ramifications that happen in Attack of the Revenge of the Sith and Attack of the Clones, because the Clone Wars series, all that shit happens, and they were so close to finding out the truth, and it slips away because Anakin was selfish. But can you understand why he's selfish? Every time something good was happening, whether it was being promoted or whatnot, the Council always kept him away from it. Mace Windu, in particular, was always like, Anakin, you're not ready yet. Yet in the Clone Wars, we see Anakin has saved the day many times, and with Ahsoka has went out of his way to save people when it wasn't necessary in the eyes of the Council. So we see this great hero just fall, but of course we don't know that back when Revenge of the Sith came out. But like I said, the movie has gotten better with time due to everything else. I'm going to give Revenge of the Sith an A tier. I know it can't be S because even though what I'm saying is facts, how it's gotten better throughout the years, that doesn't really mean shit when it first came out. When we first see that, oh, Anakin is not permitted to the Council. Okay, well, we've only seen Anakin really fight Dooku, and he disobeyed Obi-Wan's advice and lost his arm, right? We haven't, and he's disobeying the Council by dating somebody. We don't really understand why that's a bad thing at this point in time, besides, oh, love can lead to whatever loss and all this other shit. But we don't really understand that until you actually see Clone Wars. So that's why I'm gonna say it's an A tier, not an S tier. I can understand why somebody would put it in B tier, but there is no way this is below B tier. I honestly, it's just not through. From when it came out to 2023, there's no way Revenge of the Sith has gone down in like the story or quality or whatnot. The quality has stayed the same, except the story and the writing around the characters has gotten better with time, just because we know more about them.
The Sith. This movie is so dope, I've seen it 100 times at least.
Damn, ain't that damn good.
Oh, yeah, this movie is dank as hell. It's no Phantom Menace, but oh boy, it slaps harder than Will Smith at the Oscars.
Yeah,
Oh,
I don't
joke,
care
but
what
all
anyone
right.
says. This is easy S tier. From the opening scene with space fight into Anakin killing Dooku. This movie has the best lightsaber duels in any Star Wars movie by far. Not to mention all of the cute little younglings. They were so cute, it's too bad Anakin had to cut them up.
Jesus, Joe.
What the fuck?
Again, Joe? The fuck? Anyways, I agree. The lightsaber duels are unmatched in live action movies to this day. There's so
And
many
that's a
juicy-
damn shame. That is a damn shame. There is no reason why this old ass movie should still have the best fight scenes in the entire series.
moments like Order 66, Obi-Wan versus General Grievous,
Yep.
Anakin becoming Darth Vader, and holy
Yep.
shit.
Yep.
Obi-Wan versus Anakin on Mustafar went
Yep,
hard as fuck.
hardest. Yep.
Obi-Wan versus Anakin was the best lightsaber duel in Star Wars, hands down.
And it's kind of sad that that is a fact when it comes to the movies anyways. In the Clone Wars, there's so many more badass fights like Obi-Wan and Anakin versus Count Dooku. Fucking rematch, bro. Like, oh my God, that was a good ass fight.
100%. S tier. Lock it in, Barack, my nigga.
What the fuck?
Oh my God, Joe, you do not have the N-word pass. You'll never have the N-word pass, you white boy.
But what? Why not?
Joe, the last you had the N-word pass was in the 60s. And you didn't exactly have a pass, you old fuck.
Shut up, Donald. The 60s was a great time.
For who?
Sure it was, Joe.
For
Okay,
who?
boys, it's an S tier. What's next?
What the fuck, bro? Bro, who made this fucking video, bro? Oh my god! Of course, it's someone with less than 1,000 subs saying that shit. I love it, bro. With like when you're lower in subs, it's like you can get away with way more shit. I love it, man.
Oh,
At
the
least we
first
think
movie,
we can
the
get
fourth
away.
episode.
The real episode 1, A New Hope. I remember, it's crazy. I was binge watching Star Wars because it was on TV. This was before Netflix and all that shit. But I was watching it on TV and I'm like, oh my God, episode 3 was so crazy. How does it continue? And then episode 4 starts and it looks old as fuck. I was so confused, bro. I was like, what is this? What the hell? Why did it just look worse now? And I didn't even finish it. I was like, bro, I cannot watch this. This looks so bad. But of course, you grow up and then you fucking educate yourself about stuff. But I seen it, A New Hope. New Hope, honestly, is just really well written. Uh, Look, with time, shit changes, right? Of course, the lightsabers and whatnot don't look good. The stormtroopers are incompetent as hell. But overall, A New Hope is solid. I'm gonna give A New Hope also an 8.
A New Hope.
Now this is a certified hood classic.
Oh my God, they're all certified
This is
hood
where it all
classics.
began. This is a wonderful movie, I tell you.
It is great.
Wonderful.
It is great.
Spectacular movie. The good guys are the good guys and the bad guys are the bad guys. This movie is a classic. I'm thinking S tier boys.
Darth Vader is a G
wouldn't
in
be
this
mad
movie
at
on
that.
God. He cut through some rebel
is.
scum and used the Death Star like a drone strike in Middle
Yeah.
East.
Oh my fucking
I
God.
knew you'd
Oh,
like the Death Star, Barack. I knew it. A or S tier for me, I guess.
crazy.
Yup, S tier. All right, The
Started
Empire Strikes
everything.
Back.
Empire Strikes Back. I ain't gonna lie. I think I like Empire Strikes Back more. But is it S tier more? I'm not too sure. I think a little bit higher than A New Hope because I do like it more, right? Boba Fett and all that good shit. S tier? I think maybe S tier. Maybe S
I like
tier.
this movie too. It's
Maybe
pretty
S
solid,
tier.
almost as solid as Obamacare.
Obamacare was absolutely amazing for poor people that could not get health care, but it absolutely sucked for everybody else that was not super wealthy enough to not give a fuck, but they had enough money to be like, yo, what is this shit? Like, how come I can't get the free healthcare? How come I gotta pay for this? So Obamacare is definitely a mess, but it did help save some lives. Okay, but it probably helped ruin some lives as well. I'm gonna give Obamacare a solid C tier.
It was mid as hell, just like this movie.
What?
This movie was pretty boring, and Darth Vader made Luke Skywalker his daddy. Literally.
Bro, that shit was
I
fire.
don't know,
though.
Donald. We got to see Luke train with Master Yoda, and Han
Which was
Solo got
cool.
frozen just like my.
And it's funny because starting from the prequels, when I meet Master Yoda, I'm like, "Yo, it's Yoda! What the hell? Why is he acting like just like a weirdo, like just a ha ha character? Like he used to be super serious." But I mean, you know, the more you know, the more it makes sense. Like Yoda has pretty much made peace with his failure, and he's like, "Oh, here's a chance for me to teach somebody. Maybe he'll save the day."
My ice cream.
Shut up, Joe. You only like this movie because Luke kisses his sister. Throw
Which
this
was
shit in
weird.
C tier and let's move on.
No, we're not putting it in C
Yeah,
tier.
that was pretty weird, not gonna lie.
We're
but
not putting it in
C
C
tier
tier.
seems too low.
Ain't
I'll
no
throw it
way.
in B tier, that's not bad.
Okay, whatever.
All right,
I
B
can
tier
see
it
why
is.
people would put it there.
All right, guys, here's the last of the originals. Return of the Jedi.
Okay, Return of the Jedi, bro. Legendary film. S tier. Darth Vader understands the issues with being in the dark side, proves his love to his son, sacrifices himself. Like, it's a trap. S tier. I could say S tier for this one.
This
as well.
movie made me fall asleep, not gonna lie, boys.
What?
Everything makes you fall asleep, Sleepy Joe.
Are you
Your mom
serious?
didn't make me fall asleep, I can tell you that.
I'm dead.
This movie had some cool scenes, like Luke rescuing my boy Solo. Not to mention Luke versus Darth Vader again.
So what are we gonna say?
And seeing Darth Vader save Luke from the Emperor and come back to the light side before he
Before
dies.
he dies, yeah.
Too bad
what do you-
Disney had to bring him back.
that
Rewatching this movie doesn't feel the same knowing his wrinkly ass is still alive.
is definitely understandable. The same reason why I could say Revenge of the Sith is S tier because of later entries. You can definitely say that the other movies have gone down or gone up in quality. Later movies, definitely understand that take. I still really enjoyed the film though. Thought it was really cool. I thought it was a good wrap up. Pretty much concluded everything. I feel like there was definitely not really a reason to move on with the actual film, like with the sequels. We'll get to those when we get to those.
Let's not forget those cringe-ass teddy bears. This movie is so lame.
Bro, you don't like the fucking Jawas, bro? The Jawas are kind of funny. I mean, they are kind of weird, creepy. But the Jawas are solid, bro.
D tier.
Those teddy bears are
You're
cute
crazy.
as hell, Donald. I say we put it in C tier.
You're
D
crazy.
tier is too low and B tier is too high. I'm going with C tier. All right, boys, here we go again. The sequel
I
trilogy.
can't believe it. All right, the sequel trilogy. I gave it a chance.
They should just call these movies The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
The good, the bad, and the ugly. Okay, so what's crazy is I actually did enjoy the. I don't remember what is this movie called?
You said it, Barack. The Force Awakens.
The Force Awakens. I thought The Force Awakens was solid, but I did fall asleep during the movie. I'm not bullshitting. I literally fell asleep in the fight with Finn versus Kylo in the Force. I literally fell asleep. I'm not going to say it's because the movie was boring. I'm going to say because the couch I was laying in at the movie theater was so goddamn comfortable. I kicked that shit up like this. I'm watching and I thought Captain Phasma was kind of cool. I do like how Finn reconciles. He's like, "Oh my god, are we the good guys? Like, what's going? Like, I gotta leave." So that was kind of cool. A kind of cool aspect. It's sad that the Finn's story really does get pushed aside in favor for Rey. I think they could have had both storylines not be intertwined, but definitely have more parts where they meet at the middle and then they still go their separate ways afterward. So, Force Awakens for me, even though I fell asleep, I think it's definitely high B tier or low.
Was the good one of the three. If it wasn't for Rey being such a Mary Sue, then this movie wouldn't have been so bad.
Not to mention it's literally a copy and paste of the original gangster A New Hope.
Right, and my nigga Finn should have been the Jedi, not Rey.
Yeah,
wasn't
I
too
think
bad,
so.
though. Rey is OP as hell, and it's a copy and paste, but if it's not broke, then don't fix it.
I think Rey and Finn both should have got some Force powers. I think that would have been. Raw. Then you got two Jedi. You could say Rey is still stronger than Finn, right? But they're both two Jedi. Just nerf Rey. Whatever Rey's crazy feats are, half some of those and give them to Finn. And that's literally how you make her not such a Mary Sue. Have both of them get wins and losses as Jedi. I think would have saved this half of the franchise.
Plus, it actually set up the next two movies pretty well. They just fumbled the bag so hard after this movie. I'm thinking B tier.
B tier, Barack. Are you kidding me?
B tier is
Disney
fine
took
with
a
me.
shit on Star Wars. They killed your man Solo, and that cool silver stormtrooper boss lady got fucked out of being a cool ass character.
She died in the movie. Yeah, I told her I fell asleep. I think didn't Chewbacca kill her with like his triple shot or some shit? That's crazy.
Plus, The Empire Strikes Back is there. Are you really going to put it in the same spot?
Hey,
Just move The Empire Strikes Back. Yes, literally what I was saying. Just move that bitch up.
Empire Strikes Back to a tier and put Force Awakens in B tier.
Just move that bitch
I like
up,
that
bro.
idea, Joe. This is why you was my vice president.
Screw you guys. This is why neither of you should have been president.
Yeah.
Whatever you say, Donald. Okay, guys, The Last Jedi. I say we just throw this abomination in F tier and move on.
I didn't see it. Was it that bad?
F tier? This thing has to go below F tier.
Damn.
There's so many things wrong with this movie.
Like
I
what?
could go on an hour rant, but it's not worth the breath.
At least give me 10 seconds on why it's a bad movie because I haven't seen it.
I literally saw people walk out of the theater after Luke threw the lightsaber over his shoulder
Oh, that was in that movie, like her training and stuff like that. Damn, that's shit.
after Rey gave it to him.
I agree with Donald on this one, Barack. Send this garbage to the Shadow Realm.
The Shadow Realm.
Say less, boys. All right, this is it. The Rise of Skywalker.
Okay, so how was Rise of Skywalker? I
This
didn't see
movie
that one
literally
either.
made 0 sense. The story is so scrambled at this point, you have to just watch it with your brain shut off, like Joe's is all the time.
Okay.
Fuck you, Donald.
So it's an incoherent mess, is what I'm assuming is what they mean. I don't know. Can the chat go into detail? Comment section go into details. I don't know. I didn't watch them. Like I said, since I fell asleep in The Force Awakens, I didn't even want to go watch the other ones. And of course, on the internet, everybody is shitting the movie. Why would I go watch it if everybody doesn't like it? It's just no point. What's the chances of me liking it and everybody else just being wrong? It's slim to none. So why waste my money?
I have to agree with the Orange Man. This
The
movie
Orange
isn't
Man.
really that bad if you just shut your brain down.
This movie looks awesome until the characters start talking shit. Makes no sense at all.
Damn.
It's so awful.
Is this the one where the lady with the purple hair went warp speed and like destroyed a whole fucking brigade?
It's literally worse than almost all of the fan fiction writing I've seen. I'm throwing it in F tier, boys.
All right, that wraps things up. This tier list
right.
is absolutely fucked. I guess that's what happens when you have 2 Democrats make a tier list.
Ooh.
Fuck off, Donald. You wanted the Phantom Menace in S tier.
Yeah, no shot is
Phantom Menace is good. It ain't S tier good.
the
though.
Phantom Menace S, my nigga.
All right, screw you guys. I'm out. Hit me up when we rank the real Star Wars like the Clone Wars.
Facts. Clone Wars S tier, and I think Star Wars. What's the Rebels? I think Star Wars Rebels is a high A tier or a low S tier because Star Wars Rebels is a really good show. Like honestly, it really is. But I think Clone Wars is better. Like besides the animation, I think just the storytelling and the characters. I know these characters way more than the Rebels, but the Rebels do a good job at actually establishing their characters. And then on top of that, they bring in older characters for you to be like, oh, okay, well, we got Rex, we got Wolf, like, come on, like Ahsoka, like, come on, like everything's going. Gregor, come on, guys. So I think definitely Rebels deserves to be a low S tier, but I can see why some people might be saying A, and I definitely understand why some people might say it's even better than Clone Wars. I'm just gonna say you're wrong, but I can see why you think you're right. But yeah, that's the list. It's your boy Miss. Comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.